When people who have static cultures look at a group of people who have dynamic cultures, they don't see it as culture. Okay? That's the only thing I get out of it, because when you're having this discussion about who has culture and who doesn't, whenever people who have a static culture, and what I mean by static, it means that there's a limit to what they will consider culture. They live in reverse. It's almost like they just, whatever their ancestors did can't be touched. It can't be, it's not just a foundation, it's a we must keep it this way forever. Okay? And that's what they consider culture. That's a static culture. Okay? Now, when they look at dynamic cultures, for instance, ethnic Black Americans, we have a dynamic culture. Okay? And it moves, it evolves with a foundation, which is why I can sing. I know the Jubilee. I can go into any Baptist church and they have a Jubilee choir, and I know the rhythm. I know everything because that's a foundation, right? I know it. I saw my grandma do it. I know the songs. Bam, the Jubilee. Okay, that's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that foundation, we have a dynamic. We evolve. Okay, and that's one of the that is the greatest thing about Black American culture is it's dynamic. We did not leave the blues. The blues is in hip hop. You see what I'm saying? We did not leave it, but we put it in where it evolves and we make new things from it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's the difference. So whenever people say we don't have a culture, it's because they don't understand dynamic cultures. Okay? Like, it's easy for me to think up a song from my mother's generation and the sound. I can listen to it and tell you what decade it is. It's foundation, right? We take that music and we place it inside our evolved music. That's what's called sampling, right? Go back, we sample. That is, it's an evolving thing. Our culture is dynamic. Some of us may do things in our wedding ceremonies and whatnot that nod our foundation, and we evolve into this, right? So people may not see it, because it's inside, it's in a place where they can't see it. They don't know that is actually a part of our culture, because our culture is dynamic. You have to know what you're looking at in order to see it. Whereas a static culture, everything is the same. It's the same. It's the same. If grandma, great grandma, and all of them did it like that, we're gonna keep doing it like that. It stops. And anything outside of that isn't culture. It's just entertainment, or it's just something we just thought we'd do. So that's the difference. There is progress in Black American culture, whereas in static cultures, there is not progress. It's very important for them to remain the same way. There's nothing wrong with either, but people in a static culture will never see dynamic cultures as culture. Okay? Only people in a dynamic culture understand dynamic cultures. Okay? But static people in static cultures, they're really rigid, and they're going to fight against any type of change ever, because that, to them, that is losing culture instead of progressing, if that makes sense.